Whatever I said, whatever I did, I didn't mean it. I just want you back for good. Good evening, people. Welcome to another Daily Gaffer. It's your boy, Dragon Lord. Guys, I feel a bit subdued, Been struggling to do these Daily Gaffers recently. It's not that, I think I might have mentioned already, sometimes there's literally nothing that I really want to talk about, and other times there's just so much going on and I just don't know where to start. For those of you who caught the podcast yesterday, thank you for tuning in. You may have noticed that I wasn't present. Sometimes life gets really lifey. Nonetheless, the show must go on. But I'm here now with another Daily Gaffer. I want to respond and give my take on the North London derby. I was going to do it last night, so i.e. drop yesterday. But I wanted to digest and really let my thoughts simmer. I've been reading a lot of stuff after the Arsenal's 2-2 loss at home to Tottenham. And I also listened to my guys, armchair gaffers, give their thoughts on the game, and it's reminded me to never listen to a Manchester Unite Sport Directive fan when they speak about Arsenal, because they're not speaking from a place of honesty or clarity. It's pure delusion when Manchester Unite Sport Directive fans speak on Arsenal. In fact, before I go into Arsenal, Manchester Unite Sport Directive beat Burnley 1-0 thanks to a fabulous Bruno Fernandes strike, courtesy of a wonderful Johnny Evans long pass, not a long ball, that was a pass. I was going to get onto United because I think Burnley had about 60% possession in that game, give or take. And I was like, look at this. How are Burnley having more of the ball than Manchester United Sport Directive? But then I looked at Burnley's games this season, and with the exception of Manchester City, Burnley have had the lion's share of possession in all the games. So, it just shows that Manchester United Sport Directive are just like any other team, but leagues below Man City. Winning was the worst thing that could have happened to Manchester United for fans that want Ten Hag to go. Me personally, I have no stake in whether he goes or stays, so I'm not really concerned. Fans that want him out, all that win done was cloud over, in fact paper over, the cracks that are at Manchester United Sport Directive Football Club. I've always said that the worst thing you can do when things are going bad is to win, because it gives you a false sense of security and makes you believe that no, we've turned the corner. Definitely not. Manchester United Sport Directive have many issues that need resolving, and I was annoyed when I listened back to the guys on Armchair talking, saying like, well, Dan and SB just happy with the 3 points, which I know it doesn't really make sense, but sometimes don't take the 3 points. Sometimes take the loss and build from that. Because when you take the 3 points and you're happy with the 3 points, you don't really give yourself scope to address your shortcomings and grow. But those are just my thoughts. This video is not about Manchester United Sport Directive. It's about Arsenal. So I'm going to talk about Arsenal. Before I continue, guys, for those of you who are new to Armchair Gaffers and who discovered Armchair Gaffers via the Daily Gaffer, this is not the bread and butter of Armchair Gaffers. Our bread and butter is our podcast, which comes out every Monday, rain, sleet or snow. I will put a link in the description, and I also put a pop-up up here at some point in the video. It will pop up. It may have already popped up. Depends how much energy I have when it's time to edit this video. Nonetheless, guys, get over to Armchair Gaffers if you're not already subscribed. Subscribe and also hit the like button and help us fight Al Gore and his terrible, terrible algorithms, which he named after himself because he's a terrible, terrible man. Anyways, I've got a gripe with not just Arsenal fans, but football fans who started watching football like 5 years ago, and who have massive followings on social media, who just say things that don't make sense. All of a sudden, Odegaard is a bad player. Jesus is also a bad player all of a sudden. Jorginho is also a bad player all of a sudden. I know he made a mistake, but people don't understand football. It's a pressure cooker out there, people, and one result doesn't make your team bad. I will say that Tottenham played okay. They really only got into the game. I know they scored in the first half, but they really only got into the game when Declan Rice came off. Nonetheless, they showed some cojones, and I'm proud of them for not capitulating. I was one of the many, many Arsenal fans who thought that the win was all but assured, like it was over before it started, kind of vibes. And it could have been, and I felt that Arsenal were very confident in themselves going into the game, but things didn't work out the way they may have expected. There are also obviously issues. Declan Rice coming off at half time. We don't know when he picked up his knock, which I think is a back injury. No Trossard or Martinelli. And I don't think you can ever expect much from any Arsenal team that starts Eduardo Nketiah. I don't think he is... People have been saying that Arsenal will never win the league with Gabriel Jesus leading the line. I disagree, but if that is true, and Arsenal won't ever win the league with Gabriel Jesus leading the line, then what will Arsenal do with Nketiah leading the line? That bears not even thinking about. So yeah, we can't expect too much from an Arsenal team, like I said, that starts Nketiah, has no Trossard, has no Martinelli, has no Granit Xhaka, of course, never will ever again, has no Thomas Partey, loses Declan Rice at half time, and brings on Shai Havertz. So with all those things considered, I think a 2-2 draw at the hands of a Tottenham side who are on the ascendancy isn't a bad result. I just think the feeling around the fans with that draw feels more like a loss. It says a lot about where we are as a club. So I'm happy with that because we expected a win. David Raya, Aaron Ramsdale. People, I'll be honest with you. I will stick with Ramsdale because I've seen him firsthand. I know exactly what he can do. I believe he should be England's number one. I wasn't watching Brentford much. I know Raya is a decent goalkeeper. He may or may not be better than Ramsdale. I think if he is better than Ramsdale, if he is, it's very marginal. I'm speaking like I don't play FIFA, or sorry, EA, FC, whatever it's called. But if Ramsdale was at 85, Raya also be 85. I don't think he'd even be an 86 if that was, I don't know the rate, I'm just guessing. So for me, they've both got great distribution. It's funny how all of a sudden Arsenal are playing David Raya and Ramsdale all of a sudden has bad distribution and it's erratic. It's weird. Ramsdale's distribution is fantastic. It's exceptional. But then again, the people writing all this stuff haven't really been watching football. They watch, some people speak on football having only watched the highlights. You know who you are. So I just want to say that I'm happy with Ramsdale, happy with Raya. We've seen Ramsdale come in this season, will start the season, play 4 games in a row. We've seen Raya play 3 games in a row. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if Raya plays the 4th game, which I think is a League Cup game against Brentford. At which point, both keepers will have 4 starts in the season. The game after that is Man City for Arsenal, and I think anyone can start. Like I said, I don't see much difference between either of them. You can say that Ramsdale would have claimed that cross that led to Spurs' first goal. He may or may not have. We don't know how the game would have played out if that cross would have even arose. But I know that we have 2 very good goalkeepers. If I had to choose one, I'm not going to play defence. I'd stick with Ramsdale because I know what I'm getting. If Ramsdale didn't exist and we had to play Raya, I'd be happy. So that's just that. Guys, I don't really make notes for these anymore because life is very much lifing at the moment and I don't have a lot of time. So I spoke on United, I've spoke on the perception around Arsenal Football Club, on the goalkeepers. You know, Arsenal are having a terrible start to their season and we're 1 point worse off than at the same time last season. Last season we'd won our first 5 games and then failed the Rashford test. This season we have won 4 and drawn 2. So 1 point less than last season, however, unbeaten this season. So I don't know, people. I'm happy with the state of my club. I do want Nketiah to leave Arsenal. Next season on our pre-season tour, I don't want Nketiah there personally. I'm happy with Gabriel Jesus. Happy with loads of things at the club. I want to see Trossard more. I think that's it, guys, man. I don't really plan these things. There's so much things throughout the day. There's so many things that I want to say. And when it comes time to doing this, if I haven't written it down, it's just gone. It's gone with the wind. I'll be back tomorrow with something else. Yeah, that's it, guys. Continue to support me and Armchair Gaffers, and we'll continue to support you. Peace out.